conversation on work-life balance for women is never ending. Can a woman truly be a great wife, a great mom, and a badass boss? What are the other sacrifices that women make, career-wise or with regards to family, that are not spoken about enough? So today we're going to be talking about, can a woman have it all?
Hi there. Welcome to 57 Isaac John Shortlet Apartments. We have two-bedroom apartments, fully furnished with a built-in kitchen and suite master bedrooms, 24/7 electricity, access to internet. Our facilities are 20 minutes away from both the international and local airports. Come on down. We can't wait to host you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and on this episode I have someone who is a great mom and a badass boss with me. I have Taiwo Atunda here, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome her.
Thank you.
Taiwo is also, I mean, if I speak about, our work, she is currently the deputy CFO at Kodos Capital, the group deputy CFO. So that you understand the gravity of the position that she holds. And Taiwo, today we're going to be talking about, can a woman have it all? But let's even start with, what does it even mean to have it all in 2025?
I can only speak as it pertains to me. I would say that to have it all for a woman right now is your ability to have a career, if that is what you desire.
Yeah.
Remember, while we're fighting, either you want it or you don't.
Yeah.
Being able to have that, if that's your choice, and
Okay.
also having a family. A family unit, not necessarily, I'm not even speaking primarily like a husband, wife, and a child, a mom and a child, or like being a mother, or a daughter, or a friend, like how you can have a balance through all of that, because sort of that's what sums up, your entire life. And for me, that's having it all, having a presence in all of the spaces that I want to occupy. I want to be great at my job. I want to enjoy it. I want to grow in it. I want to get to the highest peak of it. I want to be a fantastic mom. I want to be a fantastic daughter to my parents, be a wonderful friend. All of this, that for me is having it all. And that's where the trick is.
Good, good. Okay, so what are the unspoken guilt that, career women that are mom experience?
It's a lot of it, particularly when it comes to your job. And the most important part, you're being a mom. There are days when you would go, am I doing enough? Like, am I spending enough time with my child? Or you're at work and you're thinking about your job. You're wondering, these people are paying me a salary. Am I earning my salary for the day because I have to go be a mom? It's a difficult balance to maintain. But I think one of the things I've had to learn is the fact that you can't have it all, but there would also be places where things would fall.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. You just have to first embrace that and then figure out how to walk through all of that. So the guilt, I think, is not something that I find like I could ever really escape. It comes one way or the other. If I'm doing so much at work, I'm thinking to myself, am I like, my baby, I have a kid, it's just 2, and I wonder, is there something I need to be doing right now? Like, should I be in Disneyland with him? But it is what it is. You have to have a sense of self, because one of the things I try to remember is I'm a better mom when I'm a better person, when I'm happy with myself, when I feel accomplished, when I do not have no regrets or no wonder about who I am as Taiwo beyond being his mom, right? And I'm able to bring more to the table to him when I have that sense of accomplishment that, okay, Taiwo is good. She's centered. I can take that center and I can take that to him and just, live together.
I mean, now that I'm talking about that, I know that some of the things that women speak about is if you have like conflicting events, or maybe you have to show up at work, you have to show up for your children as well. Have you ever experienced that? Well, how do you even prioritize in such a situation?
Well, my work is very important. I love my job, regardless of where I'm doing it. I love what I do, but my family comes first. It's always top of the line, and whatever I have to do, I always make sure that that is fine. My kid is fine, is healthy, mentally, physically, And whatever we take from that, we first have to take a back burner first. But one thing, I think the trick that most people forget, you know that saying, it takes a village? Ooh, it takes a freaking village.
System.
That village, if that village is there, it would fall short sometimes. They might not be available sometimes, but when that village is there, we talk about how our parents raised kids. I saw something the other day that how did our parents back then do it? But we forget they didn't do it alone. I grew up with aunties and neighbors, and there was always someone there. So, having that, like, it took me a minute to get to that point, but having that village has been a game changer. It doesn't have to be a crowd. It can just be a couple of people that you trust with your child, with yourself.
Okay, so would you say you belong to the school of thought that believes that a marriage affects a woman's career?
It does, because it depends on how ambitious you are. I don't think we all have the same level of ambition in us. Some people want to do good and be fine. They want to get to a point and they're good. It requires a lot of sacrifice. It's just that the workforce doesn't know you. The company doesn't care who you are, what you're dealing with. They just want you to come in and do the job. Exactly. And if you're aiming for so high, you know what you need to give. It's just what it is. It's facts, right? And if you're going to give that much commitment, something will suffer. There's no way it won't happen. So before, when you were single, it's just friendships or family and all of that that maybe would suffer. You're canceling plans. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not available for that. But now, there's a person at home waiting to spend time with you, to hang out with you, or even just talk to you, except your work. And it is it's part of your identity as well to be in that space, to take up that space and to grow in it, right? So there is no way one wouldn't suffer. You just, having someone that gets, there are periods in your life. If you're married in your 20s, I think both of you would have to know that at this point, this is what we're looking for. We are both looking for growth. Unless maybe you have billions in your family, then you wouldn't care. But if you're like every regular Nigerian, or American or whatever, you know that you're trying to make, you have to pay rent, you have to eat. Exactly. So you both know that this is the time to build. This is the time to commit to the work. And you just have to find ways to commit to each other and come together outside of that work. It's not always possible. It's not always successful. But it is what has to be done, you know. And then as you continue to grow, as the ambition starts to ask for more, you know, it would change. But they don't all ask for the same thing at the same time. There are periods where your job asks for more. There are periods where your marriage asks for more. So what I think I like to do is that when I need to do the work, I make sure I show up. I put in my 150%. So that there would come that time where I'll be like, I'm sorry, boss, you know I'm not like this, but this period, I'm not so available. Or this is what's going on. I'm maybe too communicative, but I like to tell you, because I feel like my life affects yours. If I have to take time from work, or if I have to do less, someone has to pick up the slack, because it can't be undone. So I maybe communicate too much, but I will let you know that.
So that you can plan.
Exactly. This is how my life is going to affect yours right now. You might not care about it, and you don't even maybe not know all the details. But in general, this is just what's going on right now, and I can't be here. Maybe I can give 60%. That 60%, it will give it till tears drop. But right now, the other part of the 100 has to go to this side of my life. So, and I'll do the same for you as well. So it just has to be, it's a give and take. Exactly. So if I'm able to do that in my job, then it's the same thing you just do in your marriage as well. That husband, baby. So you get what's going on. And
okay, so I want to answer this question. Do working women feel supported at home? What does that even mean?
Support. Support it comes in many forms. It's not just domestic, you know, it's also mental. It's also, women have this inherent ability to, maybe because we've been taught that way, or a lot of us has just been brought up that, you know, you support your husband. You know, we have this inherent ability to lend that support, just because we've been trained to. Right? And a lot of that conversation is not had with our counterparts. It's just what it is, right? And that affects the way they relate to us and the support that we need, right? So a woman needing support, that is like a working woman needing support, can come in different forms, right? And we're in this beautiful 21st century now that things are not so easy as you staying at home, husband is in the farm. You're even at the point where you both need to work to achieve the lifestyle that you have.
Yeah.
And if we both acknowledge that, and I've said, and we've both agreed that the traditional way cannot work here because we both want to travel, we want to chill, we want to eat expensive, fine dining. We both have to go to work and put in our bed. And you can't just go to work and be mediocre. You have to be work and, you know, and shine.
Corporate ladder.
Exactly. So if you're both going to do that, it's going to take everything from both of you. So you can come to the table that I'm a guy, I'm working. You can't come to the table with 20%. I mean, and I don't mean 20% like 20%, or I mean, there are days where you will have 20%. I just mean like what you contribute to other aspects beyond the financial cannot be 20% because I'm a man. No, it can't work anymore. If at that point you're both giving 100% at all times, right? Your 100% at that point could be that maybe because of things that are happening, financial or emotional or whatever, your 100% could be 50% or 40%, and your partner supplies the other. But that's just because at that point is what you're capable of giving. Not you have more and you decide to reserve it because I'm a guy. Oh no, it can't work. Exactly. So that support that you're now saying is now what now starts to look different for people, because maybe sometimes it's hard to communicate what that is, or sometimes
so what you're trying to say is support means different things to women. Is it right? Did I get that right?
I mean, for me, at certain periods in my life, it depends on what space I'm in right now. It could be support like domestic, right? But then I could outsource some of these things, right? It could be support as in mental, because it's a different thing when you have a partner that understands that, okay, so I'm working right now in this peak period of work, I'm maybe not available so much, and you have someone that gets that, okay, it's just this like for a couple of months, and then maybe there's someone that doesn't understand. It goes, oh yeah, you being, but you know, at that point, the support I need is for you to get that. This is just a timing thing right now. We can always find ways to connect, but if you're coming with it with aggression and negativity, everything is going to scatter. True. You know. So
okay. So what are some of the sacrifices that you think career women make that no one talks about? Like the silent ones that it's not obvious.
Time with your people, time with yourself.
I agree. Yeah.
Time with
you have a whole lot of people that
there's so much taken from you.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes you don't have a lot pouring back into you. Right? So sometimes the sacrifices are so quiet, you don't even know it's happening. You just go 10 years down the line, you realize, oh, I'm exhausted. I need a break. I need to be in Bali somewhere, nobody looking at me.
To be chilling somewhere.
Exactly. But it's big and small. What I've seen, okay, so see now, career-wise, I'm in my 30s, and I'm at a certain point in my career, which I do think has been very lucky. But to get to that role, I mean, when I was 20, when I was single, I could give everything because I know this is where I'm chasing. And I know I understood the demands it would have of me. So, and I was willing to give it, right? And that's how I'm here right now. But I cannot give that same energy now that I gave it.
Just changed.
Exactly. So there's the acceleration that you want. There's a slowdown. So just first accept that. Don't fight against it. First accept. Because there is no way you would not give that energy. I have to split that energy now and give to the other aspects of my life. You know, at the time, my friends had to understand that if you're looking for time on a weekend, you know, fine. I was in the office. But now, I can't give that excuse anymore because it's not just even being a mom. It's being a daughter. My parents are growing. You know, you want to take time to identify with people, connect with them. Exactly. So some of those sacrifices now is that work-wise, it takes some parts. I mean, you're still growing, you're still committing, but it's not the same thing. And then on the family side, there are moments that you would miss. True. No question. You will miss things. True. It's just, I mean, there are periods when
no
you
way
want to,
around
exactly,
it.
you want to be there, but you can't. Sometimes it's very small, not even a big deal. But you know, we moms, everything is special. You know, I want to see the first step or the first,
I love saying that.
the first time they use the spoon or
Yeah,
something ridiculous that
yeah.
nobody else cares about,
Yeah.
but you
want to
do.
experience
And in that period, maybe you're able to only see it via video, on a video call or something like that. So there will always be those things that, you
So
know.
that's why where the guilt also comes in at times.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just to find ways to kill the guilt would not go away. But what I found works for me is that I make pockets of time with my kid. We do ridiculous things. It doesn't have to be really anything
Grand
like
or
grand.
or
Exactly.
planned.
But in my daily life, my mornings are for my baby. Like every morning before I make it to work and go and focus on the problems I have there, it's for Mama and Fola. It's just, you know,
Oh,
just
Fola, I like that.
exactly. Bathing ritual is ridiculous, dressing, nothing big, just before we both step out of the house. It's all both of us,
Have your
you know.
moments. Yeah.
And then when it's small things, I find that the small things really help me. Like it's something as simple as if we see each other.
Yeah.
When you see my kid and I great, you think we've been partying for 3 months. I don't know. I started rarely when he was young, and now when we do, people are like, I don't understand. Did you not just see each other this morning? But I when I started doing that, just after, I went, oh my God, you're here, and then he starts to respond. Those things
So those moments.
help. Those small, tiny moments. The fact that we have a band right now. I'm playing toy guitar, but
I was also
you
what
know?
band?
Yeah, we have a band right now. It's
Okay.
toy guitar I'm playing, but you know, it's just those things. And the more they grow, they start to realize that, okay, I mean, my parents were not always there. They had to work. But I'm so close to my mom. It's so weird. But I mean, we talk every day, multiple times.
Yeah.
And that's not because she did not go to work and left me.
She found a way to still connect with you in spite of our
Exactly.
work.
She always took the time to talk to me, have
Yeah.
conversations with me. And I
Yeah.
think that really helps me remember that it's not always presence, it's not quantity, it's quality of time. And always remembering that has been really, really fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think my next question is, and this is something I've heard or just heard of women. So do you think women judge each other? And I'm talking about the career mom versus the housewife or the house
Even
mom.
the why house mom against the house mom. It's judgment everywhere.
Yeah.
It spreads. Oh wow. Even me unconsciously sense. I know that I'm guilty of it because there are moments where you think you know better and you think to yourself,
Yeah.
I mean, but what you have to remember is, at least when I find myself doing it, that you remember when you're not perfect. You remember when you fucked up. Okay, sorry. You remember when you effed up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Did anybody shine light in your eye? So, but oh no, women. It's not even mom. I don't know if it's a competition thing or if it's because we like to hold each other to a higher standard. It's just it's inherent in our communities, our societies, where if you're falling short, even maybe not falling short, just to the other person's perspective, it's not the same. Ooh, you're getting whipped. You're going to get whipped. There's no question about it. Either you're about being a mom, how you're carrying your pregnancy, how you're standing in pregnancy.
There's always going to be
Oh
something.
my goodness, someone's going to say something.
Yeah.
First thing you're going to do in your life, the first thing that will help you, remove the thought of caring. First, discard that.
Okay.
Because you will care. There'll be moments where you'll be hurt by it, but it will be like 1% compared to like being bothered by it 90%. Like, remember, if I'm healthy, my baby's healthy. If I'm like mentally fit,
That's what that matters.
every other person. And I have God. I beg.
Okay, this question is to you. So what does work-life balance look like for you?
I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I don't have an answer. Well, really though, though. Hopes and dreams.
Okay.
What I hope my work. But I mean, you mentioned it. We work together, and work can be very intense.
Yeah.
And it takes so much. I work in a department that never seems to relent. There's always something happening.
There's always a deadline. There's
Oh
always
my God. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you want to be the A-star staff, which means that while other people have the deadlines, you have it too, but you also have that nonsense pressure in your head where you want to shine by fire and by force. Even when there's no sun, you want that glimpse to enter your head.
But it still becomes difficult even when you're leading a team, right? Because you then have to.
Oh my God. You have to
accountable.
parent an additional set of people. Because for me, I take leading the team beyond just, we're getting the job done. I feel like a personal responsibility for your growth, for your path, how you learn and how you're evolving. I feel like it's my responsibility to get you there. So now imagine you're failing down. Yeah, like mentally, so it's a lot of mental load. But I mean, if you're already putting yourself in that situation, you have to be ready for it. You cannot get there and be like, oh, they're asking too much of me. You wanted this. Remember, we're all where we dreamt of 5 years ago.
You prayed for this.
Exactly. You wanted this. You prayed for this. You worked hard to be deputy CFO, CFO, ND, You wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I find it ridiculous that you now make excuses to not give what it asks of you. There was no delusion as to what it would look like when you get here. Nobody was telling you it's going to be a bed of roses. You saw the people that were there, you saw they were suffering. They were fine. They were doing fine, but, it's a lot of work. They were going through things. And you still said, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
So if you are going there, know that it would ask for so much. So for me, work-life balance, I don't really, I mean, again, I'm a very ambitious person. I already know that ambition will remove the balance from the work and the life.
Can women have it all?
Yes, I know.
That's a very political answer. What does that mean?
Yes, in the sense that, yes, you can have a career, you can have a family, you can have all of these things. No, in the sense that having it all, I mean, having those things in place, you still would not have it all. Because one thing or the other would always fall behind or suffer or blah, blah, blah. So it's a sort of like a dichotomy. It's just you can put yourself in the place to have all of these things, but something will fall behind. Something is going to lag a bit. Your kids, your child, one person, I don't know, will feel something. Your husband will feel something. Your parents, at some point, will not like you because you're not there. And then your office too will be angry once in a while because you want to go to your child's entire sports.
There are certain things you don't want to
Something will give.
Yeah.
So just instead of trying so hard to hold on to it all, just first embrace that. Let it go. Relish in that moment. Enjoy it. And just do things that helps you connect on both sides, on like all the sides. It doesn't have to be all the time. You just try to make sure you find key quality moments in all of those things. And then for work is work. You put the energy that, I mean, your ambition determines the energy.
The sort of energy you put
exactly.
in. So that's true. Thank you so much, Taiwo. I feel like you've thrown enough light into this topic, and I mean, I'm not there yet, but I'm sure I've been able to pick a few things from what you said. So there you have it, guys. So you can connect with Taiwo on LinkedIn. On what's your
Taiwo Atanda. I'm very simple.
Okay, I think we also just put it. You see it on the screen.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for tuning in today. Do not forget to subscribe, like the video, and you can also recommend this to a friend or somebody that you think needs to answer or need the answers to the questions that we answered in this video. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Hi there. Welcome to 57A Shortlet Apartments. Come right in, let me show you around. So this is our 2-bedroom shortlet apartments in the heart of Yaba. Over here we have our service kitchens with our gas cookers, the sink, everything is inbuilt. And we have our fridges, microwave, everything ready for your use at our Airbnbs. You don't have to worry about cooking, you don't have to worry about heating up your food. Everything is already here for you. And over here we have a lovely dining set so you can host people and have a nice time just connecting. We have 2 bedrooms, a master bed, which is en suite with a bathroom and a toilet. The room is very spacious. We have a walk area in the room. Very nice TV to relax once you're done working. We also have ample amounts of space to hang your clothes and to also just feel like you're in a place away from home. As you can see, like I said, very spacious. This is another room. You don't want a TV here. If you have kids also using this Airbnb with you while they're on holiday but they have assignments, it's a nice place for them to work from. And even if you're working from home, you can also work from home comfortably. All our beds are very comfortable, and you have a nice time at our Airbnb at 57A Isaac John. What did I mention? Our shortlet facilities are 20 minutes away from the local and international airports, making it so easy for you to travel, to pick up your guests and bring them right over here.